The Stone Wasp Nest of Temple City, Episode 15. Sak-Chen spent the morning organizing the new cacao warehouse. And there he is, bending over one of the bowls, probably counting some cacao nibs. This hut seems so much larger and airy, but it takes up the same amount of space as the old one. We even have an indoor fire pit. See, there's the fire. And there's a bunch of bowls, ceramic bowls, and probably that's a fabric bag and some baskets, some bins, probably ceramic, and the bamboo mat that we saw earlier that they used to dry the nibs on. And someone outside calls out, "Hey, bean counter, are you in there? We bring offerings. Where do you want them?" Sak-Chen says, "Welcome, pilgrims. Come on in and place them against the wall." And the guy says, "That's okay. We'll just set them out here." And there they are, these little cubes, these packages. Sak-Chen realizes, I see. They're scared of the new hut. "Wait, friends, at least tell me what's in the packages." And they call out as they run away, "Sugar!" The villages in the northern lowlands produced sugar in such a way that it was easily packaged and carried. "I bet this stuff will combine perfectly with cacao paste. I've never seen sugar like this. It's hard and crumbly like a sandy riverbank. How do they do that?" Sak-Chen immediately built a fire and assembled the ingredients for a new batch of shotel bark. By noon, it was finished, and he tasted it. So spicy. And then he realizes, wait, no, something's not right. And he's doing this, and he's seeing the tracers. In his excitement to test the new form of sugar, he forgot two things. One, only shamans were allowed to taste shotel. And two, this was his first time, so he should only take a bite of a small piece. And this is what happens. He slowly starts to disintegrate into organic forms. You see these fizzy atmosphere, and his foot turning into something, and his other foot turning into a root. Sak-Chen was thrust by that small pellet of shotel bark into the nether region between his world and the underworld. Here he saw ordinary plants glowing with an ethereal light, and many other things that did not exist in the mundane world. And here's an example of them. There were plant spirits, animal spirits, demons, benevolent dwarf spirits, unknowable forms, and thoughts. I especially like these thoughts. These are my favorite thoughts. Myriad forms populated the nether region. A practiced shaman could easily move into this middle world and communicate with its inhabitants. All forms were pure there, closer to the gods. Sak-Chen realizes as he's comparing his two arms, my arm, it's whole again. See, remember his other arm was injured as a child, as a younger child. But now he's seeing it as whole. How could this be? He immediately perceived that he was viewing his body's blueprint, what it looked like to the gods. He wandered from his hut into the plaza, touching everything with his perfectly formed left hand. Growing from the center of the plaza was an enormous pillar of light. See that? A pattern which rotated around this shaft scintillated with every color of the rainbow. And he's thinking, now, I know this wasn't here before, as this strange character appears. "Hello there, Sak-Chen. Out for a walk?" "What?" And he realizes intuitively that this is someone he knows. "Is that you, Cumix?" "Of course it's me. What's the matter?" "I tasted some powerful shotel and..." See, he looks pretty ashamed right now. "And you've slipped into the middle world." "Yes, and I'm seeing..." Can't quite describe what he's seeing. I mean, basically this Cumix is in his form of a rain god with the spine that starts up here at the top and works its way in the bottom, kind of webbed feet and stalks for eyes and a long nose. Sakchen was astonished to find that the figures and marks on the wall... Oh, wait. I'm going to start this one. Yes, I know you're seeing my middle world body. Never mind that. Just take a look at this calendar wall. He's wandered over next to the calendar wall. And Sakchen was astonished to find that the figures and marks on the wall came alive as he gazed upon them. Wait, yes, I can see how the world is organized. The calendar wall tells the whole story. But how is this possible? Just because I made shodl with a new form of sugar? New sugar? Says Shock. The lowlanders brought a brick of hard sugar, and it made the shodl stiff and sweet, says Sakchen. Aha, Sakchen. I believe you have solved our problem. The sugar will hold more herbs, more oils, more eats. Sakchen and Chok spent the rest of the day cooking up a large batch of the new shodl. By evening, they had made enough for each priest in the city. They poured the warm paste into cax shells. Cax shells are, the seeds are like little nuts. So they're making little tiny portions. As it congealed into thumb-sized, and as it congealed it into thumb-sized portions. Sakchen distributed it with an invitation. My Itsam is holding a special ceremony tonight at the calendar wall. Want to come? And he offers him the little morsel of shodl. By the time he had finished, the shodl had worn off. His arm had returned to its normal shape. Oh, good, you're back. Did everyone eat the shodl and promise to attend? Asks Shock. Yes. And he thinks to himself, I just wish there was some magic that could heal my arm permanently. But this was interrupted by guess who? Jaguar Priest. Kumix, what is this travesty you've been distributing? We made it today. Well, Sakchen did. And Sakchen says, uh-oh. Here's his face, this nasty diamond-eyed face. You will show me how to make this shodl. Sure. Sakchen, dig out your ingredients. Sakchen says, what? And he pulls him aside and says, I know you wanted to learn the ritual with the rest of the priests. I just need you to keep this guy busy. Jaguar Priest says, no, you go do your little ceremony. I'm staying here until I find out how this shodl bark comes to be so powerful. And Sakchen says, it's, will other priests see the green umbilicus too? Chalk says, that's the plan. Okay, we've covered 4 pages. There are, and we've just passed the middle of the comic. So we're on the downhill slope. Please come back to this channel next week, and I'll read you some more.